Hiya guys, I can't believe it's the middle of August and I am back in a big cozy jumper. All the autumnal vibes. It's been raining all day again. I feel like whenever I do one of these videos it's chucking it down with rain, but in a way it kind of matches the mood. I've decided that I'm going to start doing these more kind of like deeper talks about life on a Sunday. Well, at least I'll upload the videos on a Sunday, and for now we'll call it Spiritual Sundays. I realise that it's kind of quite different to what I do for a living in the day with the cake making and everything, and not everybody is going to like or resonate with this content, but it's something that I feel very passionate about, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to share with the world. And you know what, even if it helps just one person, then that's all that really matters, and I know that it's worth it. I want these videos to be quite free-flowing, so without an actual like set script, which is what I used to do when I was starting out making videos, because otherwise I just couldn't find my words at all and it just didn't make any sense. I was very quiet and shy. I still am now, but I've certainly grown a lot, and this is just part of my own process really of learning to talk more openly and get more confident in front of the camera. That's not to say I won't have like an idea of what the video is going to be about, but I kind of just want to go with what feels right. So last week I talked about kind of speaking out and finding your voice. I touched on the chakras in the body, particularly the throat chakra, because I had a sore throat. I'd not been very well. I'm happy to say that my sore throat seems to have just about cleared up now. It took a while, but I waited it out and drank lots of tea and water and all of that kind of stuff. I do feel that in this time I have become like more confident and happy in myself. I don't know if it's psychological with what I talked about with the sore throat being connected to that sort of stuff, the shyness, you know, not being able to like speak out, be authentic, but it's almost like I've had a little bit of a breakthrough in the past week. Very much focusing on myself at the moment, which is something that I've been doing a long time, to be honest, but I'd sort of taken my attention off that a little bit, and now I'm straight back to focusing on myself, what I want to achieve, focusing on my mission. The mission is what is important. Pretty sure I took that from Buffy. I think she said that in one of the episodes. The mission is what's important. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But it's true. And doing that has, I don't know, it's made me like worry less of what other people think of me, because I'm so focused on what I want to do, on the impact that I want to have in this world whilst I'm here. I'm just not thinking so much about all the other stuff. I wrote this down in my diary the other day actually, that I'm just going to keep focused on my mission and everything else will follow. And that can be hard at times, you know, you've got to have so much faith and trust in the process. And on a good day, that can be quite easy. But then there are other days where, you know, you might feel down, something might happen that you didn't quite want to happen, and it almost feels like you're back to square one. Well, that's what it can feel like to me. I guess what I tell myself now, if I'm having a low day or, you know, something doesn't quite work out, I still tell myself everything is always working out for me, everything is happening for a reason. I took that from the teachings of Abraham Hicks, everything is always working out for me, and I tell myself this virtually every day now, and it definitely helps me think more positively about things that I would have initially thought very negatively about. There are a lot of things that I don't have, but there are also a lot of things that I do have, so I always make sure that I switch my focus onto the things that I do have. Relationships is definitely a big one, and I've talked about loneliness and being alone in a couple of videos now, and quite a few of you have resonated with them, which is really nice. It seems to be quite a common thing, this feeling of loneliness, and I almost feel like the world is suffering from a loneliness epidemic right now. A lot of people would say it's because of like social media and stuff. I don't think social media is to do with it. I don't think social media is like the cause of the problem or anything. If anything, like, social media is a good thing. It's actually just highlighting the problem and drawing our attention to it so that we can actually do something about it, because as I've said, awareness is the first step. A couple of weeks ago I did a video titled "Why Am I Always Left Alone?" and a little bit before that, maybe like a month or so, I was getting really frustrated with the fact that I always seem to be alone. Like, I don't mind it, I love my own company and I'm quite happy like working alone and doing stuff on my own, but I also just missed like having people to hang out with, or just call up and go for a cup of tea and have a chat and all of that. And I was like, right, I need to do something about it. Like, nothing's going to change if I don't do anything. So I tried to sort of fight against it almost, and I tried to put myself out there. You know, I tried to arrange things with people. Like, I joined a dating app which you can also use to make like friends and stuff like that. And I did this for a while, but what I found was that nothing really worked. Like, I still ended up in the same position because, and I know this already, it's always, or pretty much most of the time, an internal issue rather than external issue. And we often try and like solve our internal issues with external things. And I've known this for a long time, and other people have tried to tell me, they'll be like, you know, you need to just put yourself out there more, Claire, like join clubs, get involved with things, etc, etc. I'm like, no, you don't get it. Like, I do a lot of that stuff. I am part of things. I know more people than I have ever known in my life, and I meet people all the time, like running a business, but it's not the same. Like, I don't have those deep connections. So a couple of weeks ago, just when I got ill actually, I said to myself, I'm not doing this anymore. I am done with chasing after people. In fact, I am done with chasing after anything, whether it's people or things or likes, followers, views, all of that kind of stuff, because it was only getting me down. I thought, I don't need all of that. All I need to do is just focus on what is bringing me joy, focus on what I want to do in this world. And that's what I've been doing. And I've focused on the creation, and that's why I've been putting so much out there at the moment. It's just create, 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 rather than consume and let myself get dragged down by all these things that I don't have. And instead, I'm just looking at all the stuff that I do have. And honestly, it's had an amazing effect on my mood, and it's a very difficult thing to do at first, but honestly, once you start to do this, it's incredibly liberating. From what I've learnt and from what I know to be true, whenever we chase after things, we actually prevent them from coming to us. In fact, we actually push them further away. So instead, if we just focus our attention and our energy inwards, we allow space for those things to come. That's not to say we can't go out there and get the stuff that we want and like visualize all these amazing things for ourselves. It's important to have that as well, but we kind of need to let go of that as well. Visualize what you want, but then let it go. And we kind of have to have the attitude of, I don't care whether it's going to happen or not. It's acting as if you've already got that thing. This is how the law of attraction works, because if we keep focusing on the things that we don't have, and we're saying, oh, I wish I had the relationships or money or career or whatever it is, we're focusing on the lack of it rather than focusing on the abundance of it. If you're struggling to visualize things that aren't there in your physical reality, just focus on things that you do have already. That's the easiest way to do it. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is, even if it's something really small. Anything that makes you happy, anything that brings you joy. If you can learn to do this, and yes, it takes time, it takes patience, it's not easy to do. I've trained my mind to do this. You will start to see amazing results. So this is a bit of an experiment, really. No more chasing, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? I've got nothing to lose, really. I'll update you in a couple of weeks. And that's really what this video is about, I guess. I'll probably make it the title. Don't chase after things, okay? Just focus on yourself. Just focus on your mission. The rest will follow, I promise. It's starting to get a little bit dark now, so I will end this video. I hope it all made sense. I hope it resonated with you and helped in some way. If you have any questions or thoughts of your own, please do pop them in the comments below or drop me a message on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.